So Maul from Rory and Maul, the podcast, whatever.
Mal.
Rory and Mal, whatever the case, Maul.
That guy.
He said that he stopped talking to a girl because of her morning routine. All right. He said that when she woke up, first thing she did was put on rap music, and it gave him the ick. And on top of that, what else did she do? And then she drank juice instead of like maybe water. He was like, you ain't even brush your teeth, your mouth is unfresh and you're drinking juice. He said that and a combination of things put him off her. And then Rory, or the other one, chipped in and said, what gives him the ick in the morning is on a girl is someone who starts scrolling, like wake up and scroll before you've even brushed your teeth, said good morning, you pick up your phone on social media. Unless it's your job and you need to, he finds that off-putting. So I'm like, these are all obviously relationship icks. I, though, feel like, that we're developing too many icks these days. I think everything's an ick, and then that makes a person unworthy, and then the relationship done before it started. Are we over-icking in the modern times?
No,
or have these
never.
icks always been...
Sorry.
That gave me the ick. It didn't. You can never ick me.
Thank
But
you.
anyway, are we over-icking, or is it just we're talking about it more?
I think people are taking too many things for icks.
Yeah.
Taking icks for Pappy Show,
Yeah.
basically. Like if you haven't brushed your teeth in the morning and you're rolling around, that's an ick. If you haven't washed your face, ick. If you haven't washed your parts, ick.
Wait, hold on. I don't understand. Define
What if you have
rolling
you
around?
pick
What
up
are you
your
talking about?
phone before?
No, like if you're rolling around, like you leave your house or you're trying to do stuff or you're talking to me for long and you've got morning breath and
Okay,
you're,
okay.
you're
that's-
doing stuff like you've made your breakfast and you're about in the house and you haven't done any of those things. That's ick.
Oh, right,
Okay,
right, right.
You've got sleep in your eyes.
Yeah,
ick.
yeah, yeah. I hear that.
Disgusting. Drool on your face. Ick.
Marv, are we over-icking in these modern times?
Yeah, I think we are, We're definitely over-icking. But I think also people are dating people they don't like.
Oh.
You don't like the person enough because really and truly, I'm not going to lie to you, morning breath and you scrolling your phone shouldn't really be a deal breaker. It is if I don't like you like that though.
That's a fact.
That's a
So you
fact.
shouldn't really be in my bed or in my house.
That part.
When you really break it down, like if I like you and you're in my
true.
bed, I don't care if you scroll. I'm happy you're here.
Hey.
Because you're awake.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't think the scrolling thing is that annoying.
Scrolling thing doesn't.
But I mean, I feel I'm probably a scroller, so
I get up and look at emails straight away.
Yeah, because I'm already like planning the day, looking at emails and stuff like that.
You
Sometimes
your phone, innit?
I think where did I go? There's something about being attached to your phone that might give me, like, if I feel like you are too dependent on this thing, then it's a bit of a turn off. I think in a guy, like, if you can't put your phone down, then I'm a bit stressed.
If we're at dinner,
And even like in our downtime, I think there has to be you can't just be like, oh, I don't like it when people do it anyway. I think there's a thing where put your phone down, innit? Let's be present.
Okay, fair.
I think scrolling, I think we're addicted to our phones. I think that's a bit of an ick if every minute your phone's in your hand and you just...
for me though, when I'm on my phone, because I am guilty of being on my phone a lot, I'm not on socials. I'm looking at, it's work shit.
That would be an ick
It's
for me.
work shit.
I can't lie.
Yeah.
You can't switch off from work.
For what?
Yeah, if you can't switch off from your work, that would be an ick. That
I
would
get
be an
it.
instant
I understand.
like.
But, my job is what it is.
But then no.
But I don't,
It's if you're working for somebody, that would be an ick. If it's your business, I understand that you're attached to it. But yeah, I
If
feel
I don't answer detrimental shit can happen if I don't.
That's
my
different
phone.
roles are different roles.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So.
I don't think there should be a problem with that. I think you just need to know your partner and know their pattern. Do you know what I'm saying? So if my girl, for example, is in social media or content creator, she's going to be on her phone a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If she's like a PA, she might be on her phone more because she might get an email late to do something. So I can't be like, why are you on your phone?
Yeah.
I just want the same for me. So if you're on your phone all the time and whatever, that's fine. But then when I'm on my phone, please don't give me why are you on your phone?
Yeah, but it's different when man's on their phone.
Nah, see, that's what I'm saying. See, that's why I don't like. I just like fair.
No, I hear it. It is fair.
No,
It
I
has to
think
be
fair.
fair.
Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I agree.
If you're on your phone a lot, then don't moan. But if you're not on your phone a lot, and I am, then you can say something to me. Do you know what I'm saying?
That doesn't make any sense.
Why?
Because she's on her phone because of her job.
No, I'm just talking in general. That was a specific example I used
Okay,
there.
but say she's on her phone a lot, her phone is in her hand a lot, but that's work. You can't then be like, well, I'm going to be on my phone a lot because it's not feeling.
No, I'm not saying I'm going to be on my phone a lot. I'm just saying when I'm on my phone, don't complain. That's what
But
I'm
that
saying.
could
I'm
be
not
on
saying
her
I'm gonna,
downtime.
I'm not going to say I'm going to be, but then, so let me get this straight. So you work overtime, for example, on your phone.
Yeah.
And that eats into my downtime, but I don't say nothing because it's your work.
Yeah.
But when I'm on my phone now, because you're ready to have downtime,
Yeah.
I must put my phone down.
Yeah.
Nah, it's impossible.
Why is that wrong?
It's giving spiteful. It's giving tit for tat.
No, it's not giving tip for that. It's giving what the hell's going on here. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
it's giving tit because if you're picking up the phone because
No, I'm not picking up the phone
I know,
because
not
of that.
yeah.
You just happen
You
to
just
be
happen
on
Yeah, so I
it.
happen to be on my
Okay,
phone and you're
fine.
like, "Wow, Marv, it was in your phone." I'm like,
Yeah.
Well,
Don?
it's back to what you said about knowing your partner's patterns, because you should pretty much know the element of anyone, regardless of if you're an entrepreneur or not. Really and truly, you've got to carve out your own personal time.
Yeah.
You've got to have that disassociation because you're just working and working and working.
It's hard. It's hard when
I
you're
know
on
it's
the
hard,
grind.
but that's word to the wise to my sis.
And I think you got to give grace to your partner as well. Like sometimes I get we can all get upset, but sometimes you got to give your partner grace.
There's that.
Like you can't just be going off on one all the time when you think something. Sometimes just look at the scenario and be like, actually,
Is it worth it?
I've been on my phone a lot.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
leave
yeah.
him. Or I leave it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's not always. I think that because now I'm going to be like, all right, cool. I'm definitely on my phone now.
So what's an actual ick?
Oh.
All of us, what's your
So
ick?
that's what you do.
No, I'm just saying, is like, like, for example, sometimes if someone annoys you to the point where you're like, I'm not your kid. You can't
Yeah.
talk to me like this.
Yeah.
Now you're
Yeah,
going
I
to be
hear
like,
that.
I'm not a child.
Mm.
Yeah.
So now you're going to make it maybe,
I'll do my thing.
yeah, you're going to dig your heels a little bit
It's
and
the
be
tit
like,
for tat thing comes in.
see what I'm saying?
Icks then. Icks. Partner X. Potential partner X. Off-putting X.
Tell you what I don't like.
Go on.
Well, I would not say it wouldn't be a partner because I would have spotted it. Yeah, I don't like nails, like long nails.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
now like when they got the little pink.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, the weed
That-
nail.
I never
The
get the
weed
guys who do
nail.
that.
The weed
That
nail.
it's- and it's long.
Yeah.
I'm like, brother, what are you doing?
Disgusting.
The back in the day was a weed
It is,
nail.
It
Yeah,
was the weed
I
nail. You
actually
pick
saw
out
a guy the
seeds
other
back
day.
in the day.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
these don't exist anymore,
But
do
yeah,
they?
they don't. But
Real weed.
but nails, it's just like
I thought it was
Pick their nose.
Coke.
Yeah,
I
some
mean,
people done that
probably
as well.
that
as
too.
well.
That's what
Probably
the generation
that too.
before.
It was a white guy, so I just sorry. Just saying. I just presumed it was Coke.
The black guys,
You know,
for us, it was weed.
it was weed.
Back in the day. In the
But I
90s.
just that's
Not.
a major ick. It's like bleh,
Why do you
do
have
I
a long nail for weed? Big
was
man,
to
just
get
move to use a
the-
fork or knife, man.
a fork or a
I'm not
knife.
saying no, but why have you got to have this long nail?
No,
like
when
a
you're
lab nail?
milling
nail.
it,
Seeds
when you're
out.
milling it,
To
you're
get
getting
the
the seed.
seeds out,
Oh.
separate it.
It made sense. It wasn't
But it's
nice, but it made
disgusting.
sense. But you know, a fork, you know, you don't
He's-
bun
I
on
don't
it.
smoke
Yeah.
weed.
That's why
that was,
said
that was
I don't
very
smoke weed.
clear.
I don't smoke weed.
Wowzers.
But I'm saying, but why you got to grow this long nail like Sinbad?
Because it made sense.
I understand it.
It made
right?
It
sense.
look
Back in the
crazy
day.
though. When you see a guy and all
disgusting.
his
It wasn't
nails
that
are like
long.
one level and
Yeah.
then one is just like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Gross.
No,
I
no,
mean,
it doesn't
do
make
you know
sense.
what? I have to, because I can't lie. I think there's some man just had a little extra bit of a
Yeah, I
nail.
don't like it.
What, you
wasn't that
liked
bad.
it?
I didn't care because it was quite common.
No, I've told people you better cut that shit.
Yeah.
Not touch it.
A rat's tail.
Oh well, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
That's
That's not.
gross.
that's gross.
You know what? Now, if I was single, a guy over 36, I've extended a little
Gonna say.
with camera.
I knew he was going to say that. I know.
Absolute ick. There's zero reason
Even
why
if
you
it's-
have long
what
hair.
If it's neat and just tidy.
What if it's lovely?
Yeah.
Like D'Angelo.
Ugh, no. No, you're just too old. It's like, just let it go.
Oh, let
No.
me think now.
Cut your hair, man.
Name rose
I
on
don't
an
mind.
older man.
If somebody came and
It
checked
has
you,
to be
came
nice though.
It has to be. It has to look
It has
very
to
neat.
be neat and
And I'd have
just-
to need to know. I need to know what all the versions of you with your hair, how it is. If you fling it back, if you have it out, when you have it came road.
Yeah, I don't want
What
it came.
all the
I don't want
iterations-
Leroy's like all the way back.
I don't mind
all the time.
Leroy. It depends on it might
Not
suit
all the
you.
time.
But I need to know what versions because I think I might allow if you have too much intricate patterning, then it might be a bit like okay, relax now. A fling back and a out and maybe a fling pone. You tell I might be all right.
No, they literally go to Doris to get their hair done, and they
Hey.
go on Pinterest and they have
Look for
all
stuff.
patterns and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
not
like
sure
it.
too much patterning. I'm at a certain age, maybe. I don't know. Let him come.
I might say to him, babe, don't you want to maybe look at doing dreads?
Dreads.
dreads is fair,
I
Dreads
like
is fair.
dreads.
So dreads over camera.
of course. Good
It's a
time.
different thing. What about you? What's some icks?
Icks. What was I going to say? My mind's a blank. If social media, what's the word I'm looking for?
Rules your life.
No, change your behavior. As in, like, if you haven't got opinion until you see something, and then you're like,
Oh.
or like you're talking to someone, they start using something they've heard
Oh God,
recently. You're like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
right, you know.
Okay. Straw
Because you
man
ain't really got your
arguments,
own
yeah.
mind. Like, it's just
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
you see is what dictates your argument style or what you
Okay.
believe is fact. And all like that.
That's very prevalent
That's
now.
very
There,
fair. It's
It's
very-
very.
and sometimes you've watched the thing that they are reciting back to you.
You're like, I know where this is from.
Do you know what? I've had some like, that kind of like, okay.
I've had, I have had guys chat shit
like that kind of like quick.
And I'm like,
yeah, you women. I'm like, oh, okay.
Not even that. Like they're spitting facts that I know they've seen something.
Yeah,
like,
you've watched another content creator sit down in their car and spit something, and now you're coming with, have you ever thought about this side? Please don't.
Yeah.
Right, let me quickly do this one. So a woman who says she's currently staying in a motel took to social media to call out her date, claiming he judged her for being homeless and tried to tell her she shouldn't be dating until she gets her life together. The man says she never mentioned her situation in her dating profile, and that at her age she should be more focused on long-term stability than finding a relationship. She said it was like a little meet and greet. They just met up. It was the first meet and greet, and she disclosed that I'm currently living out my car or whatever. She said I currently don't have an address, and he's like, girl, woman.
Wait, she was living in her car?
No, she said she currently doesn't have an address.
Because she's staying at the motel.
Oh, okay.
Staying at the motel, sorry, not the car.
Okay.
And he was like, you know what, love? You shouldn't be dating. You should be focusing on your life. They got into back and forth. She was filming him. He was like, I'm just being honest. You should be focusing on fixing your life. She goes, I've got a great job. I told you that I'm currently between addresses. I don't need to put it on my profile. And he said, well, you should let me know. You should let people know. It should be on your profile. And she was filming him, goes, look, you're childish. And they had a little bit of back and forth. And that's it. It's on, yeah. Who's in the wrong here? It could have been an enemy of progress, to be fair. But I just wanted to know, because if it was a man, we'd be like, why are you dating and you ain't got a house? Mm-hmm. So on the flip, is she allowed to be dating and she ain't got a house?
I know I was blatantly about to be very sexist with this and be like, but she's got a job. She's trying. But yes, if it was a man, I would be like, what the hell is he up to? She's paying for a motel though. I don't know. She's not homeless. If she was living out of her car, that would be different. That's homeless. But she's in an abode of some sorts.
It's interesting how we just see it differently. Because if it was a man, we wouldn't have heard that spill.
I know.
We would have heard, why are you dating if you ain't got get your priorities together? When it's her, she's paying for a motel. There's not room service, but she's got time. I think they're both right in terms of he's right to know the boundaries that he wants. He's like, he wants a woman that's maybe a little bit more set up. She isn't, so he's like, not for me. But then she's also right in that I've got a job. I'm not a bum. Like, I'm doing something. I'm just in between homes. So they're both not wrong, but you can't call him childish for not wanting that.
Yeah.
Ever.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's the only problem I have, that you call him childish. You can just agree to disagree that, we're not for each other. Thanks for the night. Go about your business. But
I think that's right, but they're both wrong. This is where they both fucked up. She fucked up because she's filming him. We filming him for. He's entitled to his opinion.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
He's entitled not to want to be with you, right? Where he fucked up is, don't tell her what she should and shouldn't focus on. Just say, that's not for me. That's it.
Yeah.
Should he be saying, he doesn't know her situation. He hasn't asked her situation. He doesn't care about her situation, and he doesn't have to. But he shouldn't be saying to her, you should be focusing, because maybe she is focusing on getting a yard. Maybe she's open to lots of different things. So
how did he find out?
She told him. So the thing is, in the it's going around on socials. Yeah. In the discourse, I don't think he was going to start going on like that to her, but because she started filming and going, well, she started like goading him and being like calling him out, basically exposing him. So I'm going to put him on blast. So on the back of that, he's like, well, girl, woman, focus on your shit. So I think she kind of antagonized him, because everything you lot are saying is, if he doesn't want to date with someone who's between homes, that's his absolute right. I don't know about disclosing it on your profile, because you don't want to turn. Yeah, you're trying to find a man or a partner,
but just in general, you don't disclose. You don't necessarily disclose.
And she said on the meet and greet, it wasn't anything. It was supposed to be. She called it a meet and greet, so it was like a light meeting. We're just a light thing. Let's see if we even like each other face to face first and foremost. And by the way, I don't have a house. This is my situation. But then he was like, yo, I don't know if he then maybe imparted some words of wisdom that she didn't want to hear. And he was like, nah. And then she took the rejection bad, then she filmed it. That's where it started to go left.
But what's interesting? It's funny that, because we say that he shouldn't have told her that, and I get that, but the fact she didn't put it there shows there's an issue.
There's an issue with it.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because remember, because when you put on dating profiles, whatever you put on there is what you want to lead with. But imagine I tell you, I don't know, I remove on there that I smoke. then you meet me and I'm just smoking cigarettes.
Okay.
You
But
can't.
on dating profiles, does it say about your living status?
No. I don't know. I mean, you could put in a bio or something.
No,
but
I know,
I'm
but
not saying
okay,
you should. I'm just
but that's
saying
what I
that,
mean.
like, what I'm saying is that in regards to this whole scenario, that maybe you shouldn't have said that to her. But at the same time, the argument is the fact that you couldn't put on your dating profile shows that it's not something that we look at positively. So it's just like
I don't think so. I don't think so.
So maybe concentrate on sorting out yourself first before you date.
Okay.
It's not being rude. I think it's just like,
I
do you know
don't
what I'm saying?
think so about putting it on your profile, because you're not going to put on your dating profile, I have a house and it's 3 bedrooms and it's got a lawn, and you're not going to do that.
Yes.
Nobody puts really what their living status is
Because
on
they're
their
already,
profile.
because normally they're already living somewhere.
I was thinking
But
now. I
I'm
was
saying,
like,
I don't
you
think
didn't
it's
say
you,
like a house.
they're already living somewhere.
But they could be living at home with their mum. They could be living in the basement.
But they're
They
not
could
going to
live- they could
disclose
be
that. If they
living in a
don't
loft.
disclose that they're living
But my point is that nobody puts on their dating profile, I don't think so anyway, their living status.
I guess
Because
the
it's an
thing is, you
assumption.
expect them to be in a
Living
yard, though.
And I
of some
understand
kind.
that.
And if someone said that, and if someone didn't, if a guy was like, and you found out he lived at his mum's, they would be thinking, yeah, it's a thing that, you know, you're holding that back because you know it's a sensitive piece of
But you're not
information
going to
to
put it
reveal.
on your dating profile.
You're not going to put it on profile, generally. You're not going to put anything dodgy on your dating profile because you're trying to put your best foot forward.
Yeah.
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 Smoking
But
is
I wouldn't expect to link somebody and they are homeless, though.
No,
and they were
that's a
on the
lot.
dating site.
Crazy.
though. That is
it's a lot.
That's fair.
fair.
It's a lot.
I think-
But
that's why I
it's
think they're both.
I think it's different for men and women, though, in regards to normally on a date, I'll pay.
Yeah.
So if I'm homeless and I'm paying, you're looking at me like, brother, sort yourself out. Whereas
Yeah.
women can go on a date and not pay anything because the man's going to pay.
Mm.
So maybe she's looking
That's
at it like,
kind of
although
why
I'm
I kind of think
although I'm
like,
homeless.
she's trying.
yeah.
God loves a trier.
Yeah, she may need a meal.
Oh,
But she's
you know,
paying
there
for
are loads of
It's
people
true,
that
though.
Yeah.
go dating and
There
it's
are
like,
people that do
I
that.
needed to date 4 times this week to eat.
Yeah.
And also, just as thing, because there was also, if you know you're on the road to recovery for whatever the reason is, you know that, do you know what, I'm at this motel, I know couple months, I got the deposit, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
When do him saying, nah, get your shit together, he doesn't know her. When is it okay to start doing normal life things when life isn't normal?
Okay, we don't know why she's in the motel, right?
Right,
Mm.
that's
For
not disclosed.
all we know, she could have been living somewhere, something could have happened, and she may have had to have gone to the motel,
Yeah.
right? I was in I had an issue with my house, right? My housing association decanted me from my house and put me in an accommodation whilst they sorted out my yard.
That's a good
So if
thing
I
to tell
felt-
someone, though, and that's fair.
Why am I going to go on a date and say to somebody, oh, by the way, this is what I'm just still dating. My life is fine outside of this.
No, but I get what you're
Outside of that, my life is fine.
No, I get what you're saying, but you have a conversation. For example,
Yeah.
if you're on a table like me, I've been in a hotel for about 2 months because I had a leak in my house. The insurance company put me in a
Same.
hotel.
Yeah.
If I was to go on a date and we were speaking,
Mhm.
I'd be like, I've been living out of a hotel for like 2 months. But
Yeah.
But it's a story, isn't
You
it?
I
tell
get it,
them.
what I'm saying,
Yeah.
but there's no problem with that story because
Because
I'm
there's
not
a-
homeless. I'm
Yeah.
not
You
in a
got a
temporary
place.
accommodation
But,
because of
but
something. Do you
what
know what
we don't know is what the reason why she's in a hotel.
But that's the thing part where if it was, because it would have even been a fair argument, he wouldn't have had a leg to stand on. And I don't think she volunteered that
Yeah,
actually it was a
situation.
temporary situation. I'm living in a
maybe
motel.
Yeah.
I don't have
maybe
a
from
address.
his response, she felt like she didn't want to.
Yeah, all of that.
That's fine, but then if you don't want to, then you can't expect me to assume the best.
Yeah.
You can have a conversation with me and say,
For real.
I'm in a motel at the moment because I'm going to sign on a house
Yeah.
in a couple of months.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ditch you and say you're homeless because
Yeah,
Buying
yeah.
somewhere
Whereas-
for
Yeah.
if maybe you make it sound like I'm in a motel and I don't even know what's going on right now, and I've been in a motel for 3 months,
Yeah.
I'm thinking I live out my car sometimes. I'm looking at
That's different. Male or female, that's
Let me
crazy.
get the bill, please.
Male or female, that's
That's a
crazy.
problem.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So-
it's
so
cracky.
we don't know what, because remember, as if I go on a date with you and you tell me a housing association has messed up your house, I'm not going to judge you for being homeless
Yeah.
because you've told me the reason
Yeah.
Mm.
why you're not at home. I can't judge you for that. Whereas if you tell me, boy, you know, I just live in hotels, just from room to room, but I ain't got a property, life's rough, I'm looking at you like,